Tango Gamework was shut down, and as someone who liked older game, I think it's sad. But this is not a video about this. At this point we all heard the story, so not to bring any more negativity to this, I decided that instead I would talk about something positive, and more specifically something in Hi-Fi Rush. That is, why and how the game used positive reinforcement to promote the intended way to play, and why more games should do the same. Don't worry, I will elaborate on that. But first, just so that anyone can understand the video, I will explain some of the relevant mechanics to the video that are in the game. So, if you don't know, in the game Hi-Fi Rush, timing your attack to the beat of the game make your attack stronger, and at the end of combo by doing specific quick time, the game also let you unleash even stronger attack, as long as your timing is right, giving you a real incentive to master the timing of your attack. But more than that, everything in the game can be timed to the beat, like your single dash can turn into a double dash if you time it right, to a triple dash if you stay on beat. Well, it's a rather simple overview of the mechanic, but you get the point. Stay on beat and your move become better. You see it in the environment and it makes you objectively stronger, all for pushing the player to adopt a more fun playstyle, the intended playstyle, the one where you stay on beat, using positive reinforcement, and this is what the video is about. Or, you know, the act of rewarding a positive behavior in order to encourage it to happen in the future. In the game it would translate to you getting more out of things you do if you stay on beat while doing them. So it will make you stay on beat or try to, if only for the reward for doing so. It doesn't punish you for not being on beat, it rewards you when you are, so it's a positive reinforcement. You cannot fail at attacking. You can fail at being on beat, but failing means you are still attacking. You can win but not lose from this mechanic, because if you press square on PlayStation, you want to attack. Being on beat gives you more damage, but if you are not on beat, you are still attacking, so it reinforces the positive behavior of being on beat. When a lot of games go the other way around when designing their gameplay, they use negative reinforcement. Being a reinforcement that happens when something unpleasant or uncomfortable is removed or taken in order to increase the likelihood of the desired behavior. This is something that we can find especially in Soul games, like in Dark Souls, where for example you use your dodge iframe to get through an oncoming attack from an enemy. It's something that you can only do if you recognize your enemy attack and react to it on time. The thing is, not doing it amounts to dying at some point, as you will need to dodge at one point in Dark Souls. Basically in Dark Souls you learn to dodge and learn in general because you die if you don't. Not saying it's bad, but it's a behavior that is enforced because it's either you learn or you die. Learning take away you dying like a bitch, so you learn. By dodging so you don't die. Negative reinforcement. Stealth game back in the day had the same approach, where they would make the game so hard when you get spotted that you would want to stay stealth, if only to live, and in the case of Splinter Cell, it would just give you a game over to get seen by enemy too many times in a mission. But using positive reinforcement instead, like Hi-Fi Rush does, let the game achieve arguably the same thing without frustrating the player. I like those hard games, but if nothing else, it's really commendable to see another game try something else, as no other game does it quite like Hi-Fi Rush in my mind. Sure, in the 3D Mario there is also two ways to play, using the normal path intended for you to use if you are a beginner, or doing the cool speedrun trick if you're like a pro. But the game never pushed you to do the speedrun trick. It never even tried to teach you how to do it. You can ignore it and lose and win nothing. When, like I said, Dark Souls would instead punish you for ignoring the intended way to play, and Hi-Fi Rush would reward you for engaging with it. 3D Mario games just let you play the way you want, and so you get players playing the game in less fun way than they could. Sure, at some point when skipping of obstacle becomes second nature for the player. It becomes faster than the normal route, but learning a skip can be longer than doing the simple challenge for a beginner, because Mario games are designed to be easy. So if you gain no reward for doing those skips, a lot of people just won't do it. But at the same time, you can't just take a 3D Mario and crank up the difficulty. It would force you to play the most fun way, according to a lot of people, but at the cost of making Mario harder than it ever need to be. So instead, the game should reinforce positively that speedrun is fun. Because I don't know, you gain coin to buy skin out of chaining move together, or for skipping obstacle altogether. That would at least make more players try to play this way. Punishing player is fine for hard game. It worked for Doom Eternal and both RE4, the OG and the remake. In Doom Eternal, the game limit ammo and make it harder to kill enemy without hitting their weak point, just to make you play better, and RE4 make the village so hard for a newcomer that basically beating it is a test to prove you can beat the game. Even other super casual games like the Insomniac Spider-Man game are more fun if you engage with the combat system more than just mashing the square button. But a lot of people can beat the game by mashing it, so it's all they will do. The game would benefit a lot if it found a way to tell you to play more with the combat system, and this is where another distinction comes in that I want to make clear. If you force people to use certain move on certain enemy too much, yes, player would start using more of their tool set in combat, but you would lose the player expression in your gameplay, and this is not good. Why wouldn't Spider-Man just do something like, I don't know, reduce your cooldown on your special move faster for using multiple attack? That way more people would try the other move, and no player expression is lost, because you can still use all the move you want. You're just incentivized to not just mash a button because you gain more from doing more. I don't know if this made sense. And I don't want my hard game to become easier, but game with multiple difficulty options or game designed to be easy like Mario should still give player an incentive to play in a more fun way when it exists, without making them die if they try to play the way they want. And I think Hi-Fi Rush had a really good idea by pushing gamer to engage with the game with, like positive reinforcement. So yeah, I just wanted to make a positive Hi-Fi Rush video that is interesting to watch. It's just sad that there won't be a Hi-Fi Rush 2, as I like Hi-Fi Rush, and I hope somehow, someway, there is a sequel one day. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like the video and want more video like those. Thanks for watching.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping